Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Ooh, Taco Tuesday to be exact. Sorry, I just seen like a lot of a huge spider web. You guys already know about me and spiders. So anyway, I'm gonna stand right here for a minute. This always happens to me. But anyway, hopefully you guys are doing good. Sorry, that spider web just threw me off. But hopefully you guys are doing good, and hopefully everybody had a good weekend and all that good stuff. I just wanted to come and talk to you guys. I wish you guys a good day. A happy Taco Tuesday. I can't eat any more tacos, to be honest, because I've had too many for the past couple days. So I'm trying to stay away, like literally, from tacos right now. For I overdo it, you know. But I just wanted to come and talk to you guys. Literally wish you guys a good day as I'm on my daily walk. As you can see, hopefully I can get around these freaking spider webs. You can tell nobody really walks over here because, yeah, it's like right here at the entrance. Like, it's crazy. It's so annoying. But anyway, you guys know what? Every time I walk into, like, when I walk in the woods and everything, it just reminds me every time. I always have this freaking vision of, like, or flashback, shall I say, of me falling off this horse. It's so crazy. So I fell off this horse. It was like, what is that? I fell off this, sorry, I'm hearing stuff in the woods. Okay. This spider web is annoying. It's so big. Anyway, I fell off this horse when I was, I think we went horseback riding. And it was winter, to be honest. And this is when I lived in Colorado. So I always wanted to ride a horse. And so me and my ex, we went horseback riding before Christmas. And it was so crazy because there's two horses that we could choose from, right? So it was the female horse and the male horse. I don't remember what the female horse's name was, but the horse that I had to get on name was Samson. My ex at the time, he didn't want to get on Samson because he was huge. Like, he's so huge and like really stocky, right? Like a huge horse. He's super tall. And like the female horse is like really small, like medium size, like literally. So when the instructor told us, he's like, all right, you guys choose which horse you want to be on, and you know, all this, and then we'll go riding and stuff, right? And my ex is like, I'm not getting on Samson. I don't want to get on Samson. Like, he's really freaking out about getting on Samson because he's super big. And he made me get on Samson because he's so scared. He got on a little horse, like literally. And I was super surprised because he's the type where he always act like he's so macho and all this stuff, right? And so he made me get on the horse. I was just looking at him differently, like, are you serious? So I had to suck it up and get on the big horse, right? And remind you guys, I don't really ride horses that much, so I was already freaked out. Not yet alone, I had to get on the biggest one, you know. And so I remember it started snowing a little bit. So it looked all magical, you know. I was cool, you know. I had the instructor was with us. And he told us like how to like route the horse a certain way if you need to go left or right, you know. And I had the hang of it, so I thought. And the horse like literally got too close to one of the trees, and I started rubbing it. I rubbed against the tree because he got too close, and I was like falling off the horse. So I was trying to like route him to go the opposite way, and it wasn't happening. And so I knew I was gonna fall. So like I had my huge steel boots on, the ones I love. These boots are super strong, right? And I remember I had those boots on, my horse riding boots pretty much. And I remember I was like, okay, I'm gonna fall. So like I took my foot out, and then I like wrapped my foot around the horse because I knew I was gonna fall, right? So I could fall gracefully instead of like doing too much, you know. hurt myself too bad. And my ex is behind me, of course. But anyway, I wrapped my foot around the horse, and like I fell, but I like slid off. Like I literally like slid to the ground instead of falling. So it didn't hurt as bad, you know. Plus my boots protected me because they're super strong. And I fell, but I didn't want to like get up too quick because I didn't want the horse to kick me. And then especially Samson, because he's super huge. And then my ex, his horse is behind me freaking out. And I was just like, I'm just going to lay here for a hot second before I get up. But I remember it started snowing, and I got up, and I did not want to get back on the horse at all. I was just like, I don't even know if I even finished this ride. But, you know, I got back on it. And it's super creepy. I was so scared because there's so many hills. And on top of that, it started snowing. And so it was just like crazy, right? But I got back on, and I rode the horse till the end. But I was super like, I like lost respect for my ex. I was just like, why you make me get on a big horse? This would have never happened if you got on Samson. But he made me get on Samson. I was super annoyed, like for real, with him. I was just like, you're not strong at all. Like, you made me get on the horse, you know. Hang on, let me look for this freaking web. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to walk. All right, I'm gonna just duck. Hang on. So anyway, oh my God, I hope there's no spider within that web, for real. Oh my gosh. Anyway, sorry. That was not supposed to happen. But anyway, yeah, I was like, I lost a lot of respect for him that day. I was just like, you are a wimp. I'm like, what? Like, he was super scared of Samson, right? It's so crazy. And you guys know who Samson was in the Bible, right? He was like he had an immense amount of strength, you know, and power, right? To be able to protect himself from all his enemies, you know. And so, and on top of that, he was I believe it was saying that he was one of the last judges of the ancient Israelites too. And it's mentioned in the book of Judges, chapter 13 through 16, I believe. He was one of the last judges of the Israelites, the ancient Israelites. And yeah, but it's so crazy because when I think about Samson though, like the horse, I was just like, why didn't he want to ride Samson? Like, what was so crazy about Samson that he didn't want to ride him? It's crazy. But in the end, he ended up betraying me too. My ex, by the way. He betrayed me as well. So it's just crazy because, you know, in Samson, his story, you know, his lover, Delilah, betrayed him too. And she betrayed him because, you know, he is really powerful. And, you know, they sent Delilah in to be able to get information on Samson to see what his weaknesses were, right? So she was sent in to entice him to be able to get information from him to see what his weaknesses were, right? So he eventually gave it to her information, thinking because she was his lover, you know? Like, you would never expect, like most of us, hopefully, majority of us don't really expect our lovers to betray us, you know. And that's what she did. She got the information and ran with it. And he told her, you know, if he had his head shaved, like, he'll lose a lot of his power. And so while he was sleeping, she had one of the servants, I believe, come in and cut his hair off. And he lost a lot of his power. But it didn't stay gone, you know. He was able to grow his hair back and stuff, get more power. But in the end, you know, he is destroyed by destroying his enemies too at the same time. It's sad, but yeah. And she came in to pretty much lure him in to get information and pretty much destroyed his life, or pretty much did. So like his power was in his hair. And I'm a strong believer, you know, that your hair is powerful. Like, you do have a lot of power in your hair, you know. And it's so crazy when I think about it, because with the whole hair situation, when I was younger, like, I remember my parents, they were you know, hair relaxers was really huge when I was younger in the 80s and stuff, right? And so our parents would relax our hair all the time, right? And the relaxers were like my worst enemy, because every time I would get my hair relaxed, it would just break my hair out, like, literally. And my mom would always relax her hair, so I couldn't really do anything about it but let her do it, you know. So my hair was really hard to grow because my scalp was like damaged from all the relaxing. And so I always had issues with my hair. And so, but I remember as I was growing up, my mother would tell me, like, when I was a baby, she would tell me that I had a patch of blonde hair in the back of my head when I was a baby. And she said it just randomly went away one day. And I never seen the blonde ever, like, my whole entire life, literally. I never seen blonde in my hair. So every time she would tell me that story, I just kind of like brushed it off, like, okay, I never seen it, so it never meant anything to me, to be honest. And so I never really witnessed it at all until I believe I was, it was recently, like, I was in my 30s, literally. So I didn't really see it until my early 30s. And the craziest part is, like, I didn't see it until I left, you know. And same thing with my gifts. Like, that, I didn't really know I had any gifts until I left. And same with my hair. I never seen the blonde until I left, you know. Like, the whole time I was alive, like 30-something years. Never. And so I remember I remember I was with my brother before I fully left. I was with my brother in Colorado. And I remember showing him my hair, because my hair it turned super white at one point. Like, my whole head was just white. Like, not even gray, it was just white. And I was super embarrassed about my hair. I would talk to my brother about it. I'd be like, dude, my hair is so white. Like, this is so embarrassing. And so, like, I show him my hair, and he's just, like, embarrassed for me. He's like, that's so crazy. Like, you're not even that old to even have hair like that, you know? Because it's all white. And it just freaked me out, because it's never been that white before. And, like, I had grays, but it was white. Like, it turned white, like, literally, when I was, like, on the verge of leaving, you know. It turned all white. And I wasn't that old. So I was embarrassed of my own hair. And so I would use protective styles to cover it up. And so I remember I would walk on this trail a lot when I was with him. And I remember I went on a trail one day, and I had a protective hairstyle in, kind of like this one. And I remember I had put mousse on it or something, and then I went walking. And remind you guys, I'm in Colorado, so it was like January, I think, or February. So it's super cold outside, but I would still walk the trails. And I remember I was walking on the trail, and, like, in my peripheral vision, I just seen all this white. Sorry, I don't know where that cut out. My storage was really full, but anyway, as I was saying, oh yeah, my hair turned super white. And I remember I came back to the car, I was like, oh my god, look at my hair, it's so creepy. Like, we were just talking about my real hair being super white, and then, like, when I went to walk, my hair just turned super white and was like frosted everywhere. And so it was just crazy to me, right? And so I believe I ended up leaving, and, like, I went to California, and I had already discovered my gifts right before I left. So, but when I actually went back to California, that's whenever I remember I was in my room, and I went to go do my hair, and I took it out the braids, and I was gonna wash it and stuff, right? And I'll take out the braids, my hair was like blonde, and I was like, what the heck is, like, it was dark brown, and then it was like blonde everywhere. So I was like, what the heck? So I was like freaking out, because I didn't know why my hair was blonde, you know. And I was like in the room by myself freaking out, like, what the heck? So I tried all kinds of things. Like, I would just look in all the different mirrors, like, maybe I'm just tripping, you know. No, negative, literally. And so At first it was all white and then it turned blonde, right? So I was like, this is crazy. Like, my hair literally looked like a rainbow. Like, it was like dark and then it was like blonde streak everywhere. Then it's brown and then blonde everywhere. I was just like, what the heck? And so I was freaked out, literally. So then I remember I went to, I think I washed it because I was like, if I wash it, maybe it'll change back, you know. So I washed it and I got out the shower. It was more blonde. And I was just like freaking out to myself, like, why is my hair blonde? Like, this is weird. Then I remember when my mom used to tell me how my hair used to be blonde when I was a baby. But she said it was a little patch in the back of my head. But when I had separated myself from everybody and actually tapped into my gifts and everything, my true identity of my hair came out, it seemed like. The blonde, I'd never seen it the whole time, you know, until now. Until I left and disconnected from a lot of people, you know. And then my hair started growing the way it's supposed to and all kinds of stuff. But it's crazy. I always say, like, be careful of who you let in your hair and stuff, because I believe your hair do hold a lot of power as well. And I just remember when I grew my hair out once when I was younger, I had a lot of freaking hair, and it was all virgin hair, like it was all natural, right? Because I didn't perm it or anything. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna put any relaxers on my hair or anything like that. I'm just gonna grow it out. I grew it out, and I had the biggest afro ever, like in my whole entire life, right? And my hair was super thick and healthy. And I remember I went to go get it done, and when I walked in the shop, the girl looked at me all weird, and she's like, I didn't know you had virgin hair. And I was like, yeah, I don't really put relaxers on or anything like that. And she's like, well, I'm gonna have to, because I didn't know it was virgin. I can't do your hair unless you let me relax it, because with the style you're getting, you're gonna have to get it relaxed. And I was just like, I didn't know too much about hair back then, so I just let her do it, you know, thinking that she knew what she's doing. But it broke all my hair out, and it just destroyed my scalp for years. Like, literally, it took me forever to get my hair back. And that's why I don't really let anybody touch my hair, especially now. You know, I just do different protective styles for myself, you know, just to kind of protect my hair, unless I find someone that I could really trust, you know, because it took me a long time to get my hair back. And I just now started getting it back when I was in my 30s, when I left, literally. And when I left, I discovered my gifts. But at the same time, my true identity of my hair came out as well. I remember I texted my brother. I was like, dude, my hair is blonde. He's like, what? And I was like, yeah, it's blonde. Remember, it was white. I was like, now it's blonde. He's like, that's crazy. And it's crazy, like, literally. Until this day, you know, my hair has been growing like crazy, like it's supposed to be. And I have the true color of my hair too. And like, my gifts have enhanced and everything. And that's why I feel like it's important to protect your hair, you know, because you just never know what everybody's agenda, you know, or you just don't know what people be thinking, like, literally. So you just gotta be careful. And I never knew the severity of it, because I didn't think people actually got that far to do stuff like that. Like, I knew like some people would, but it was like a crazy amount of people. I'm just like, what? I didn't know the severity of it. Especially like my sister would tell me like not to let people touch my daughter's hair and stuff, right? But I didn't know the severity of it, like how far people would go, you know. So even if I like come out my naps or anything like that, I just store them somewhere else, you know. Like, literally, because I feel like you do have power, and your hair has power, like, literally. And so, you know, the more that my hair grew too, it seemed like the more my gifts enhanced, like everything. Like, it feels like once I detached myself from a lot of people, my true identity started coming out, literally, that was hidden, you know. So I'm just really cautious about it. And you see what happened to Samson, how Delilah pretty much tricked him into, she cut his hair too, you know, and he lost a lot of his power. So I think it's important to protect your hair too, because I feel like it holds power, you know. I believe the stories, you know, because I believe it's true, literally. And I don't know. I just think about that horse earlier. I was like, I can't believe he made me get on the biggest horse. Like, I was so upset. I think I lost a lot of respect for him after that, to be honest. Because I was just like, why you walk around like you're so macho, talking about people and doing all this stuff, and like you can't even get on the horse? You know, it's just like, okay. And I actually fell off of it, you know, but I got back on. But that's why you gotta be careful too. Like, at least me, like, I'm careful who I let around me as well. Because you see how Delilah did Samson? Came in as a fake lover, you know, and thinking that you could confide in them, you know, but they're up here trying to get information about you to destroy you. So, I mean, I've had that happen to me many times. Like, pretty much every relationship I've been in. Majority of them, pretty much. Maybe, I don't know, pretty much all of them. Maybe except for one. But yeah, so that's why I stay solo dolo, to be honest with you, because I don't really trust a lot of people around me like that. Because either they usually have a motive, or they end up backstabbing me, or going to my enemies and talking about me, or going against me with my enemies, pretty much. And there be my lovers, like people I actually been in relationships with, you know. And pretty much like my ex, you know, he did the same thing to me that Delilah did to Samson. And he turned on me with my enemies, you know, and went against me with them. So, if you guys are wondering, that's the reason why I'm the way I am. And I only let certain people around me, like literally that I can actually trust, and that's very few. So, I believe as long as I protect my energy and stuff, then I'll be straight. And just let certain people around me that I know that's not going to try to destroy me, you know. And I don't have any regrets neither. So it is what it is. Unfortunately, I have to be this way, but I've dealt with too much betrayal, you know, and you just never know who is around me just to steal from me or run back to my enemies and give them information. So yeah, I'm careful with a lot, especially with my lovers. Nowadays especially. So if Delilah could do that to Samson, you know, and my ex did it to me, so a lot of them actually did it to me. So I believe in a lot of the stories, you know, because I'm walking proof pretty much. But I don't know. I was just thinking about that freaking horse this morning. I was like, every time I go walking in the woods, I always remember that horse, because he went too close to that tree branch and I fell straight off the horse. I'll never forget that day. But Samson was really powerful, you know, so, you know. It's just crazy. When I read certain stories, I'll be like, that's so crazy. Because it's true. But anyway, I don't want to talk you guys' heads off today. I just wanted to come and wish you guys a good day, to be honest, and all that good stuff. But I'm going to let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you. Bye.